I too am a huge Hitchcock fan, and also Wes Craven, and specifically Red Eye.
So, how's this date going?
Hi,
Hi
Chris.
there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. And congratulations on Job. I
Thank
watched
you.
last week and I loved it. In fact, I'm a big fan of yours. I love every single movie that you've done. Happy Death Day to you. Freaky. So it's an honor talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And my first question is, what were your main inspirations for this movie? Because I felt like it was a mix between Alfred Hitchcock, which is one of my favorite directors ever, and something about the whodunit movies, but under another perspective.
Yeah, well, you nailed the first one, definitely Hitchcock. I too am a huge Hitchcock fan, and also Wes Craven, and specifically Red Eye. That was a movie that was very top of mind when I read the script and when I was making this movie, and so that's a big one. A bit of Brian De Palma thrown into the mix as well. So yeah, definitely a few influences in there.
Yeah, I loved all the influences. I think I got the Brian De Palma influence by the use of the color red.
Definitely the
I
color red
loved
and a
it.
lot of the angles, you know.
Yeah.
He's been unafraid to put the camera in some pretty unique places and awkward places, which I love.
Yeah, absolutely. And were you able to give creative freedom to Megan and to the rest of the cast to create their own characters, or did you have one vision, specific vision?
You know, it's funny, like I think a lot of what they need to build their character is already there on the page, you know, and I think that, you know, the writers, you know, did a great job, and I worked very closely with them too to really help create, I think, fairly lived-in people. And we really wanted to populate the restaurant with personalities that you recognize, you know, that you feel familiar with, that you know you've seen and interacted with, like the waiter, for example. But of course, there's still elements and layers that the actors bring to their roles, and I'm sure that they, you know, were able to infuse their own experiences, you know, and help sort of push that into the characters as well.
You said that you wanted to fill the restaurant with all these personalities that we saw, like the waiter, the waitresses. And this was one of the things that I loved most about the movie, because when everyone becomes a suspect, you don't see these ordinary people the same way again.
It's very
So
true.
I
Yeah.
think
It's one of
so I
my
think
favorite
that
things about the movie is that you have all these different people, and you know, on the surface they look normal, but you don't know who they are and what their intentions are. And so suddenly all these people who seem like nice, normal people become potentially sinister, you know, because it's not like there's one person that's really standing out, you know. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to play the sort of whodunit aspect of the movie.
And would you like to make a sequel? Maybe.
I mean, I would love another opportunity to work with this cast. They're incredible. I had a great time. And if the right idea came, and by the way, it's too early anyways, because people have to go see the movie and like it for
Yeah,
us to even
absolutely.
have a conversation like that. But it would be fun to work with them again.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think you answered about your movies being a part of the same universe. Do you think Drop belongs in this kind of universe, or you think no, definitely
No,
not?
no, it's definitely in its own world, so to speak,
Yeah,
its own universe. Yeah, I mean, I think that you could look at Happy Death Day and Freaky and feel, and even Hard Eyes, and feel a certain sense of crossover, and like, you know, there's a certain energy to all of those
yeah.
films. So it would be unsurprising to, you know, to see certain characters walk into other movies, but I don't see any of those people stumbling into this restaurant.
Yeah, I think that that's a great choice, actually.
Yeah,
So I wanted to thank you so much and congratulations on the movie again. And it was an honor talking to you.
amazing. Thanks so much.